All right, back for another beer review, and today is day 4 of the 10 Days of Pumpkin here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Stevens Point Brewery, and they're out of Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And this is their Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale. So they are calling this a pumpkin ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. Comes in at 7% alcohol by volume and 38 IBUs. And at the time of review, this beer is... I have no idea how old it is. There is no bottled on date, and so many of these beers that I've been reviewing during the 10 Days of Pumpkin, they don't have a bottled on date, they don't have canned on date, but I'd imagine this is probably around 2 or 2.5 months old. So anyway, this beer, just a beer that I've heard a lot about going back 5+ years. This beer, along with another beer, Schlafly's Pumpkin Ale, are two of the pumpkin ales that kind of eluded me until now. Because today I'm reviewing this beer, and tomorrow, cheap plug, I'm doing a live duo beer review with my buddy Todd of Schlafly's Pumpkin Ale. So hopefully you guys check that one out. I'm really excited to give that one a go. So this one, like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about it, but along with the Schlafly's, they do not get distribution to the Western Erie area. So a few weeks ago, I was in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I saw this on the shelf of one of the beer stores down there, and I was like, holy shit, I need to pick that up and review it because I've never had it before. So the information on the website, they say this is brewed with real pumpkins, but then it says savory pumpkin pie spices, and then it also says natural cinnamon and nutmeg. So I don't know if the pumpkin pie spices are just the cinnamon and nutmeg, or if they're actually using like allspice, ginger, clove, you know, other pumpkin pie spices. At the very least, I know that there's cinnamon and nutmeg in this one. And while I was doing a little bit of research to see what the official ABV was, it's 7% here on the label. I just want to make sure, and the IBUs. I saw an article that said this won the gold medal at the Great American Beer Fest this year for pumpkin and yam beer. So yeah, that's pretty high praise. So we'll see what's going on with this one. I'm super excited because I wouldn't necessarily call this a bucket list beer, but it's pretty damn close. And finally getting to try it makes me all giddy. I'm so happy. 4 straight days of pumpkin ales. We'll see how I am, you know, come maybe Sunday or Monday. I don't know if I'm going to be still so excited. So I've had some Dirty Glass Mafia. I don't know with the colder weather, if something's going on with the water here. It doesn't really matter though. Dirty Glass Mafia or not, we're going to give this a pour. Yeah, Dirty Glass Mafia indeed. A little bit on there, no big deal. We'll get rid of, you know, I'm gonna pour most of it in. But to get rid of the Dirty Glass Mafia, all you gotta do is a couple shakes like that and we're good. Yeah, there's just a little bit on there. So anyway, it's funny, I always see Kyle over at No Hype, he does the little roll like this and half the time he spills it. So I should have done that too to spill it, but I didn't. Anyway, shout out to you, Kyle. So yeah, this pours out like so many pumpkin beers. Actually, this is actually decent. There's a decent murkiness. There's haze. Is this New England style pumpkin ale? No, settle down, Joe. No, this just has like this nice murkiness. It almost looks like kind of a barley wine, honestly. It has a like this deep mahogany color to it, I would say. Deep mahogany, deep brown. Had about a finger of an off-white head that kind of has dissipated to a thin film. But yeah, kind of looks like a pumpkin ale, albeit way more hazy and murky than I anticipated. Let's get a nose. This smells very similar to the Night Owl I did on day 2 back on Tuesday. This is pumpkin pie filling in a glass. I mentioned it so many times in that Night Owl review that I kind of just wanted to punch myself in the face for repeating it. But yeah, this is pumpkin pie filling. You're getting that nutmeg, you're getting that cinnamon. Now you're even picking up on like a little clove and ginger as well, so maybe they are using it, or maybe it's just my brain thinking that they're using it. I'm even picking up like a slight graham crackery crust in here as well. It kind of has straight on pumpkin pie vibes to it, not just the filling. Yeah, a little bit of brown sugar, maybe a touch of caramel. Man, this smells fucking divine. Mouth-watering, dare I say. It smells like it's going to be sweet. It smells like it's going to be a sweet pumpkin pie-esque pumpkin beer. That's what I prefer when it comes to pumpkin beers. I want mine to be sweeter and more in the vein of a pumpkin pie as opposed to just like a spicy beer. And this one has the pumpkin pie vibe to it. So I'm going to get into it. Cheers, everybody. That's fucking awesome. Seriously. Oh. Hang on. So many times Pumpkin beers just do not live up. Even if there's not hype to them, maybe the perceived hype that you have, or like in this case, obviously this is I was going to say world-renowned. Maybe not world-renowned, but it's a highly rated beer. Thought about very highly as well. People seem to love this one. Great American Beer Fest won the gold medal this year. People dig it. I can see why. One more sip and we'll talk about it. 7%, this has a medium to medium, higher side of medium body. Yesterday I did the vanilla cappuccino Vanilla Cappuccino Pumpkin Ale from Resurgence for Western New York Wednesday, and that was 7%. This is way bigger in body and appropriate for it. It also has a slight creamy, almost luscious, pillowy vibe to the mouthfeel. It has carbonation, it's spritzy, but it has a softness to it that kind of reminds you of like the creaminess of a pumpkin pie. Then the flavor hits. There's such a nice balance of confectionery sugar and burnt sugar. There's brown sugar. There's caramel. There's toffee undertones. It has a really nice sugary base to it. And then you're hit with all those pumpkin pie spices. Nutmeg is kind of the star of the show here. The cinnamon has a slight dryness to kind of cut that sweetness a bit. Picking up a little bit on ginger and clove. Again, that could just be my mind playing tricks on me. It could be actually that those are the spices in there in addition. I don't know. It also has this like crackery, graham cracker-esque crackery malt character to it to kind of make you think about actually eating a pumpkin pie, graham cracker crust, and even a touch of like vanilla whipped cream on top as well. That, along with the creaminess from the body, almost gives you like a whipped cream sensation. This is awesome. This is an awesome pumpkin ale. Day 4, this is the best for me to date, and I will be honest with you, if we're talking about a straight pumpkin ale with just pumpkin and spices, no coffee, no vanilla, no barrel aging, no crazy shit, just the pumpkin in there and the spices, this is going to be tough to beat. I do have pumpkin next week. I'm going to do that against the cold pressed coffee pumpkin, so we'll see how that one holds up. That was probably the top tier when it comes to pumpkin beers for me, but this is close, if not better than pumpkin for me. I'm going to give Stevens Point Breweries. They have a whole line of beers called Whole Hog, and they even say Whole Hog Brewery, but it's still a Stevens Point Brewery. So we'll just say Stevens Point Brewery, their Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale. I'm going to give that a firm, solid 4.5 out of 5. This is tasty. If you see this and you can grab it and you like pumpkin pie and you like pumpkin beers, and you've never had this one before, you have to try it. I think it was like $2 a bottle or like $2.25 or something. Super cheap, super worth it. This is great. I don't know if I'll find a pumpkin beer this year that'll beat it just for like a regular pumpkin ale goes. So yeah, I'm really happy I was able to grab this one. Hopefully they get distribution to the Western New York area at some point, and we'll see what Elysian's Pumpkin Ale tomorrow, how that compares to this one. This is going to be tough to beat. But anyway, that was Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale from Stevens Point Brewery, 4.5 out of 5. Until the next one, cheers.